Alright guys, for today's video, we're going to go over how to maximize greenhouses, how to get the best bang for your buck, how to set it up optimally so it's the least maintenance possible. Basically just how to make it as easy as possible and make the most money. Okay, so as you guys know, greenhouses are a form of generator, right? They're going to make you money basically nonstop. You could obviously just go into generators here, slap down a couple solar panels and print money, but that's no fun. We're farmers, right? We're going to do it the right way. We're going to use greenhouses. So first of all, I'm just going to kind of explain the difference between these greenhouses. So the first one here, this is just for saplings. Then you get into these ones there's the large glass and tarp ones. These grow your vegetables, which is what you want for money. You have mushrooms here. They're not really worth it. I've never really messed with them. But your optimal setup is probably going to be these large glass greenhouses. There's no difference between the output and the cost, right? It scales proportionately. So like two $9,000 greenhouses, it's going to get you the same as one $18,000 greenhouse. Okay, so it scales up nicely. So just get what you can afford. But same with the cost to output ratio is the same with these glass ones. The nice thing about the glass ones is you're going to get more size for your buck. Right? So this one is about this big. It's 54 grand. But if you look at this one, they're about the same size, fill about the same pad, right? So you might as well get the glass one. You'll save some space. So we're going to put a couple of these down. Now, when you're placing these greenhouses down, I'm going to zoom in here. If you look on the bottom right corner there, you'll see that little blue barrel. It's going to be kind of important where the first one you set up, that barrel is, to maximize your yield. And the other thing you got to look out for is on the right of that barrel. So you got the doors here. On the bottom, on the right side is where the output's going to be. I typically don't mess with output. That's kind of up to you guys if you want to mess with it. But I don't even bother with manually loading it. It doesn't save you that much money, and the time you're going to put in manually loading it's not really worth it. So we're going to put a few of these down, and I'll show you how to set this up. So I like to kind of do them in a row. Okay. And now you might think, hey, it probably matters for filling these up, right? Well, I have a trick for filling these things up. So we're going to put 3 down. We're going to put 1 over here just for fun. Doesn't really matter too much, okay? We're just going to place these down. Now, I'm going to hop out of this menu and kind of show you. So this is where the water goes in. Inside here is where the output's going to go. But if you go inside here, I'm going to open the door. You can click on this, okay? It will light open menu. You can also get to it from the main menu. All that does is it takes you to this production chains menu. This is just the normal start menu, right? And you'll go to own, and you'll see all the ones you have here. You can mess with any of these you want, but if you're just trying to make pure profit, lettuce is the only one you want to do, right? If you look on the right, it has the most cycles per month, and it sells for the most money. Just trust me on it. The math's been done. Lettuce produces the most money, bar none. So no reason not to. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn these on, right? So it's on, and then you're going to set it to selling. If you do it store, you got to manually sell it. You want to set it to selling. So you're going to do that for all of them, okay? Just going to go down here, turn all that on, okay? Go for all of them real quick. So I got them all set to lettuce and selling, right? So that's the optimal way to do it. Just trust me on that. That's how you make the most money. Now, what you're going to need is a tractor of some kind. You could use the smallest tractor in the game. Is probably the best way to do it, right? Just get yourself this tractor here, this cheap little tractor, and the smallest tank possible. So if you go down to, I believe it's in the animal section, barrels, you can get the smallest tank possible. That's what I have here. That's fine. Trust me, it's not going to take more effort. If you set this up right, it won't matter. So what we're going to do here is there's 2 steps to this, right? So we're going to go back into our construction menu, and we are going to go to sheds, slide over to containers, and scroll down and get the windmill. If you're fine using the free water tank, that's fine. What you don't want to use is the regular water tank because this costs money. Spend the 10 grand, get the oil, the old wind wheel with water tank. Okay, this will print money. This is free to use. Okay, so you're going to stick this relatively close. You just want to give yourself enough space here to drive between it. Okay, that's important. Now, this is the important step. You're going to go into sheds, you're going to go to silo extenders, and you're going to scroll down, and you're going to buy a couple of these supplemental water tanks, okay? And you want to get them kind of in the middle of your setup. So it doesn't really matter too much, but we're just going to place a couple of these down, okay? And what these do is they have a radius and they work as a battery. Each one is a 5,000 liter capacity, but it's shared with everything. Okay, so the more greenhouses you have, the more you're going to want of these. But you're just going to place a bunch down. It's not too picky where. And these silos will fill up. But the benefit is they fill up everything. So if you fill up one, it fills them all up. So now what you're going to do is you're going to drive in between. Let's track turn on. You're going to drive next to this windmill. Okay. And if I hit L3, it's going to fill up. Okay, I'm going to dump it just for demonstration purposes. I already had a full. So as you can see, it's empty right now on the bottom right. I just dumped that into the greenhouse. Now you think, oh, you go back and forth. No. You hit L3, it's going to start filling. You hit R1 triangle, and it's going to start emptying. And now what you'll notice is that tank is going up. Okay. It's going to stagnate, but it's also filling this. Now the crazy thing is, it's also filling these because it works as a battery. Okay. That is huge because if I go to this now, notice how that has 50,000 liters, right? It's full. It filled everything up. That is hugely beneficial. So now instead of having to drive through and fill these up manually, if you have just one of those barrels next to it, it kind of works as a buffer between them, and it'll filter out and fill them all up individual. You just set this thing here, okay? You hit L3 to get that thing started, and then fill this up with R1 triangle, and it's going to fill all those tanks up and fill all the greenhouses. And then it's just going to keep filling with water, okay? Now all you got to do is go into speed up. Time scale that thing up to 360. If you look in my top right corner there, it's just going to start printing money every so often. About every hour, I think it's going to sell. So it's producing stuff. So you'll see it's got lettuce 15, 23, 31, 47. It's counting up, counting up, counting up. And then it will sell when it gets to a certain number. Boom, sold. Making money. I made $3 just sitting here just talking just for this little time. So it just prints money for you. That's the best way to do it. Trust me. Lettuce is the way to go. Don't forget to do some of these silo tanks. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.